What up? It's your boy T-Bear on the reaction. Today is Wrestling Wednesday. I'm at least trying to see one of these videos up today. If not, the rest will be up tomorrow. But anyway, so as I mentioned plenty of time, we are witnessing a resurgence in babyface runs right now in wrestling. Right now. And this time, it's not even me saying it or a post on the internet. This is actually a video saying it as well too. This is from Wrestling Premiere. It's called my WWE has so many top babyfaces, and that is facts though, like I'm saying. And you can think, and if you think about it, you can think Triple H for it right time. You know, he was best known as the biggest heel during the most of his career during the Attitude, but he was wrestling during the Attitude era, where as well as the Ruthless Aggression era, where babyfaces was the thing at the time. So now with him being in charge, he's making babyfaces great again. So let's take a look at this video from Wrestling Premiere. WWE has so many top babyfaces. Well, let's get it. Oh, hold on. I gotta switch the sound. Give me a minute. Whew. All right, let's get it.
WWE's philosophy in the last year has changed significantly. With Triple H running the show, it's expected that his influence would be felt on the show. Sometimes it's bad, sometimes it's good. What I like most about it is that it's different. At the end of the day, you feel another vibe with Triple H.
Facts.
It's still early days from, but one of the most interesting things done is the influx of babyfaces. WWE's got a very strong selection compared to previous years. It's much more significant now with the way Triple H runs things, but only a couple of years ago, the talent felt a bit limited in their ability to get the crowd behind them.
Right.
And even when the fans were behind said person, it was only a matter of time before their legs were cut from under them. With Roman Reigns' title reign going the distance, a title reign that's almost unprecedented in this era for certain, WWE is forced to create tough and legitimate challengers for the Tribal Chief. Because you can't have randoms face him, and this is something that's noticeable. Early on in his run, Cesaro was heated up, and it's hard to understand how popular he was because of the Thunderdome thing, but this showed that WWE was capable of elevating talent. Then Balor for a short time was hyped up, and of course Matt Riddle was the hottest of those three in the time he faced the Tribal Chief. What I'm trying to say is that WWE knows they need credible challengers. Triple H does more of the same nowadays, but also allows for the guys to heat up in different places. That's what's different. The shows, despite at times being repetitive, feel more structured, and the long-term stories allow for the fans to be more invested in said person. It kind of rewards the viewer to see somebody like Sami Zayn emerge from the bloodline as this lovable babyface when not long ago he looked like a desperate bum vying for Roman's attention. They know it's better to wait it out than ruin a story so soon. Sami Zayn could have turned face at Survivor Series, but those extra 2 months added more heat to the story and in turn allowed for him to explode in popularity. Zayn didn't win the title, of course, but he's doing great on Raw at the moment. And yes, doing great doesn't just equal being the world champion. Yeah, there's another story that could have happened if he actually won it, but that's another topic. It ain't literally like the Attitude Era, but WWE seems to follow the formula in a way. It reminds me of the time Triple H was the WWF champion and he had Mankind, Kane, The Undertaker, The Rock, The Big Show, and Stone Cold Steve Austin going after him. Roman has 4 or 5 different faces vying for the title. It creates an interesting dynamic. So who are the guys? Basically, I just gotta talk about a couple of the baby faces, why they're over, what it means for WWE, and stuff like that. LA Knight. LA Knight's taken a small opportunity given to him a year ago and made the absolute most out of it. He was a strong highlight of the Uncle Howdy arc, showing his charisma, mic skills, and overall understanding of what a wrestler in WWE should be. Is he limited in the ring? He's very average. Every time I think of LA Knight, I don't really think about his matches. That said, he's really done a lot of work on himself outside of the company before coming in. I remember everyone thought the LA Knight name was strange when he debuted in NXT, and to be honest, it kind of was. But we got used to it. Now, LA Knight is not some insane character that catches your attention and has you thinking, oh, he's so unique, because he's not. He's Rock and Austin mixed up. It's just nobody really cares because he compensates with charisma. He takes on a different role compared to others. And
plus, like I said, we needed that type of baby faces for a long time as well. Like somebody like a Rock or Steve Austin. And he's like the combination of two, and something that the baby face section needed for a long time, so folks would start liking baby faces more. Because like I said, a lot of time folks was like a babyface in a good while because of that, but because it was lack of that. Now we have that, and you know, babyface is resurging. He's like part of the main reason. And in WWE right now, MGF's babyface run is another resurgent, but this is about WWE. But let's keep going.
Puts his own spin on it. The man has the it factor. He's capable of way more, and I'm sure they'll allow him to bring out his very best. Mike-wise, he's one of the best in the WWE, and you can't get there simply being a copy of Rock and Austin. You need talent for that. Do I expect him to be a multi-time world champion? No. But LA Knight has proven he belongs in that upper mid-card / semi-main event position where he's always used and valued.
And I feel like even though he might not win against the Tribal Queef, he might still get a chance to finally get that USA title. You know, I think Logan Paul's probably gonna be from Rey Mysterio, and you know he has a square set with Logan Paul as well too. So this could be his opportunity to still get a title down the line.
Valued. Similar to The Miz and Kevin Owens and all those guys. I think LA Knight has developed, he's done very well for himself, and I think he's going to remain there for the next couple of years. We'll see. Sami Zayn, the underdog from the Undergrounds, enjoyed a very significant year in his career. Sami Zayn's always been that underdog babyface hidden in plain sight. It's just his role as a heel for the last 3 years were very entertaining. He has that skill set where they can place him anywhere and he makes it work. This year, though, they finally brought out the true nature of Sami Zayn. A scrappy underdog who refuses to take no for an answer. That push he had earlier in the year was magical. It would have been even more magical had he won, but they had different plans. Nonetheless, Zayn played a strong part in winning the Bloodline, and with Kevin Owens, they captured the tag team titles. He's on Raw nowadays all alone as KO was drafted to SmackDown, but I'm sure he'll continue being valued. 2023 was Zayn's strongest year on the main roster, no doubt about it. As for Kevin Owens, it's business as usual. Kevin Owens in general has always been used well. Could he be champion? Yeah, but those spots are always limited. Nonetheless, KO is busy. There's never a lengthy amount of time where he's out of the equation, especially in the last 2 years. Owens brings a high level of promo and in-ring ability that few in the company could match. He's enjoyed success with Sami Zayn, but unlike the guys here, I personally think it's the end of the line for his face run. I just don't see him continuing as a babyface on SmackDown because of the way things are. Otherwise, you'd have to
Yep, I got a bad feeling if you want to see true old school KO in a minute.
Run another Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns match, despite them feuding multiple times during the title reign. That said, Kevin Owens slots in any role, prospers in said story, and it always repeats. Seth Rollins. It didn't take too long for Seth Rollins to win back the fans in light of his title reign in 2019. This character he's doing right now is very strange. I can't really describe it in a single sentence, and is a far cry from what he represented in the past. He did so well that he didn't need an outright face turn. The fans were singing along his song doing the oh thing, and Rollins finally received that world title. Some say it's a consolation prize, and I'm not going to disagree. It kind of is. And there's a certain vibe around his title reign where it's like, hey, maybe there should have been more to it. Regardless, though, he remains one of WWE's most popular wrestlers. I'm not going to say he's underrated because that's ridiculous. I think he's more underappreciated by others. This isn't a generational run, but Rollins has done well with what he's been given. He's a bit better as a heel, though, and I'm sure by this time next year, he's going to be just that. John Cena. John Cena's back. He's here for a good time, not a long time. And as much as I could dislike this run because of how insignificant it is at times, I can't really do that because at the end of the day, John Cena's here. It's mostly a calm run to remind everyone that Cena's around. That said, there's a strong possibility of him remaining until Survivor Series. Maybe he could feature in War Games. But John Cena really added to the already stacked babyface lineup. He doesn't even need to be in this video. It was already ridiculous to begin with, but then you add a man whose star power exceeds all these men combined. It's no wonder WWE has gained a lot of momentum because they have all of these stories, all these wrestlers getting more and more popular, and then you have John Cena stopping by to visit the show for a bit. It's crazy stuff. I do wish Cena...
And not only that, he's putting over these guys, well, two that are babyfaces, such as LA Knight and currently Melo, because, you know, I got a feeling Melo's going to turn heel because he's probably the reason that Trick Williams got taken out before that Fatal 4 match.
Remains, but it just doesn't seem like it's going to happen. He's busy out in Hollywood, and it kind of cancels out that potential run where he goes all out before leaving. Obviously, John Cena's not at his very best at the moment, but just the mere presence of him is enough to get the fans excited. I do think it's cool that he's around, though. Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare's hype since his return is still...
Hold on a second. Be right back. I'm back, but yes. He's definitely won as well, too. And he's proven that he's a great babyface, too. This most recent promo he did about, like, you know... that everybody's, you know, talking about how Judgment Day is Judgment Day House, but he's like everybody deserves a chance as well too. That little promo he did before, unfortunately, he lost the title, but I like it and definitely show why he's a true babyface. But let's keep going.
Ongoing. 2023 in general for him is mostly a transitional year to get 24 strangely. I don't really think anyone expected it to be this way. I imagined him as champion or something. Rhodes has done well to maintain the reactions from the crowd consistency wise. He's probably the number one babyface. And other than the fact that they decided to prolong Roman Reigns' title reign, I guess he succeeded. He passes the test.
Facts, dog. Like I said, that's one thing we were afraid of, that the fact that they didn't let him get to finish the story, then that he might get stale. Even they fans might lose inches, but gladly indeed for sure. I'm glad as well too that that didn't happen. He still, if it still want him to finish, it still has the momentum for him to finish the story. There's some who just don't want to do it because they don't like Cody Rhodes or they feel like the ship is still already. But there's still a majority who wants him to still finish that story. They don't want Rock. They want Cody. So anyway, let's keep going.
He showed that he could maintain the popularity, the interest from the fans, and I'm sure he'll be rewarded big time next year. Cody brings that good guy aura that hadn't been felt since John Cena became a part-timer. It's a very tough spot to fill because it requires dedication inside and outside the ring. He's a valuable asset, always bringing importance to the stories he's in, and Cody Rhodes is that big babyface they've been missing for a while. That's why, if rumors are true, he's the next challenger at WrestleMania, of course. He's the guy that they've been looking for a bit, and he's going to lead the pack for a couple of years. There's others on the roster that have some fan support recently. Chad Gable's heroic performances and charisma allowed him to connect with the fans and build an even better future. He hadn't been doing much recently, but just allowing him to wrestle has unlocked his true potential. This time around, I think it works well because Chad Gable shows more outside the ring. He's been a pretty entertaining character in the past, but it took a while for WWE to actually do something with him. DIY's back, and by the looks of it, are on their way to capture the tag team titles. Ricochet's continuing doing some very wild stuff. I feel like they've been doing a little more with him recently. But there's one man who I feel benefited from the way WWE goes about things nowadays. Jey Uso. Jey in particular was a part of the deepest story in WWE. The fans were fully invested in him throughout his time in the Bloodline, and it also helped that he played his role very well, being a wounded dog basically. So when he did break free, Jey would emerge as this likable babyface who went against the tyrant. Moving him to Raw is probably one of the best decisions WWE ever did this year, as it allowed for Jey to move on from the Bloodline story and forge his own path. He's been doing very, very well on Raw recently. He's one of the most popular wrestlers in the entire company, which is funny because only a couple of months ago, people thought he was just a tag team guy. He has some of the highest selling merch on WWEshop.com, which is crazy because, again, as I said, a lot of people thought he was just a tag team guy. But he's proven them wrong. He's got charisma. He's got in-ring skills. He's got the storytelling. Everything about him aligns well. Jey Uso, I think we all seen a bit of the vision, but it's slowly starting to come to fruition. This guy could be an Intercontinental Champion in the near future. And who knows, maybe he might go for the world title. It sounds strange. It kind of does sound strange. But I'm very, very interested in seeing where he is a year from now because he's really done so much with the short time he's been on Raw for the last month and a half. Jey Uso is probably the biggest example, as I said, of the new emerging baby faces from this era of WWE. Alright, I just wanted to make this video. I thought it was a nice idea. You guys are the judge of that, of course. You guys get to decide if this is a good idea or not. But I did omit a few people. I don't think I needed to mention them. I just wanted to mention these main guys here. Other than that, WWE's got a lot of momentum recently. If Randy Orton comes back and he's another babyface, it adds a little more. Who knows? It might come back as a heel, but Randy Orton coming back is going to be crazy regardless.
It will.
Alright, with that said, I just wanted to mention something. So, this wasn't the original video today, of course. I was obviously working on something else. This video is over 20 minutes. I have to work on it. I've been focusing on it for the last couple of days. When I realized I wasn't going to make it on time, I was like, I'm going to do this. So I've been working on videos, obviously. Other than that, the next bonus video is probably related to Drew McIntyre's current character. I might do that later this week. We'll see. But yeah. All right, what do you guys think?
This was a good video. I came across this good off the channel because Ross had a video from his channel. I think it was something about like the hills of 2010s or 2000s were different. I was wondering his name about Babyface, and this was the newest video. So I'm like, let me check this out because it's definitely part of my thing on how we listen to research on Babyface as well too. I mean, unfortunately, they don't have the title anymore, but we are going to definitely see some changes with Babyface as far as title wise as well too. Hopefully, and I'm praying for WrestleMania 40, Cody Rhodes be the one to take down the Tribal Queep as well too. We may have somebody like either Chad Gable to take down Gunther, or even possibly Jey Uso. LA Knight, like I said, he may not do too good. He may not win the championship against Roman, but I got a feeling that he's going down the line and win that USA title. Probably take it off of Logan Paul, because Logan Paul challenges Rey Mysterio, and they might give Logan Paul a title. Who knows? As well too. And everything. And for the ladies, let's bring the ladies. We got two top titles. Both two of the titles are held by heels. And we could have some Babyfaces winning as well too. Whether it's for the women's the World Heavyweight Championship, we could probably still get Shayna Baszler. You know, she lost, but wasn't by bad losses, by disqualification. She might be still the one to get the win, or could be Zoe Starks or somebody else that's a babyface. But anyway, we're gonna get a babyface as a World Heavyweight Championship too for the women, as well as a WWE Women's Championship as well too. Maybe whether it's possibly Charlotte, or let she turn heels afterwards, or it could possibly be the new addition of WWE, Jay Cargill as a babyface. Who knows? Or return to baby Bianca Belair. Who knows? Either way, we're gonna have to shout out the line. But unfortunately, the ones that are held by babyfaces might be going to a heel soon. Possibly the World Heavyweight Championship probably gonna go to a heel. Drew McIntyre or another heel, or NXT title might go to heel Lyra Valkyria. Might happen, or possibly Jay might keep the same character she had from AEW as a heel and take the NXT title, because you know she's been teasing as a championship, teasing being face with champions as well as top WWE stars as well too. So who knows? Either way, the babyface is going to rise again, title wise as well too, and hopefully they get a lengthy run as well too, instead of these little short runs like they did with them, they did with Trick Williams as well too. Oh, and speaking of that the title that Trick Williams lost, we definitely could see a new North American Championship title winner with possibly Nathan Frazier. He's been in a nice little feud with Dominic recently, though. They had a little squabble, so we could see that as well too, and we could see some babyface winners for the women's tag team title as well. Either way, Babyfaces research is happening. They about to be on the rise again as well too, and about to be the faces of WWE as well too, as they supposed to be. Not heel being faces, that don't make sense. But anyway, other than that, and before that, I'm gonna piggyback off one of my new favorite reactors in wrestling well too, who did this as well too in her video. Because I feel like a lot of people get the wrong idea about someone's wrestling fan. Her name is JV Ju or Juju, whatever. Here's the thing. We don't dislike the person behind the character. Like, I don't have no ill will towards Joseph Inoue, Dominus Gutierrez, whatever Gunther's real name is, or anything like that, or anybody in general, their real name is right there. We just don't dislike the character. Because somebody say because she had to explain that she don't dislike Jimmy Uso or John, whoever his real name is, as Johnny Uso, Johnny Fatu, whatever, as or whatever. But yeah, we don't dislike the characters behind these characters, the people behind this character. Yeah, I got the utmost respect from anybody in wrestling, because they put it by in line to entertain us with, regardless as well too, as long as they're not blatantly problematic, you know, like a racist or, you know, a phobe, a pedophobe, whatever, you know what I mean. Like a lot of good, some of the folks that we're still disappointed of as well too, like Hogan and many others. But like, other than that, aside of that, well, you know, MJ's a babyface now, but he's a heel. You know, he's a heel. I don't like the heel character, but I respect the hell out of Maxwell Freeman as well too, and many others. Let's say Jason Rizzo, Jay Rizzo, aka Christian as well too. Respect the hell out of these guys. I mean, we don't dislike the person behind it as well too. Anybody who dislikes a person, that's a personal thing going on. But character-wise, it's just like any other TV show we're investing in, where you like the good guy, hate the bad guy, or for some folks in reverse, whoever. I'm not going. Unfortunately, that's reverse wise. They hate the good guy and love the bad guys. Either way, but also that we respect the characters. Respect the people behind the characters. But other than that, if you like my reaction, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's your boy T-Verse signing off. One love.